Hi, this is Julian. Welcome to my session, What is Stadia Games and Entertainment? I'm Portfolio Director, and I will explain in a few minutes what is Stadia Games and Entertainment. But in the meantime, let me give you a little bit of background on who I am and where I come from. So I come from the PC modding community. I've been an indie developer. I've also worked for quite some time at Ubisoft, including here in Montreal, and also in Ubisoft Toronto. I've been working on some of the some IPs like Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, and more recently Watch Dogs Legion. I've been at Google for about 2 years now. I'm based in Mountain View, California. So Stadia Games and Entertainment. So you may have heard about Stadia Games and Entertainment, and you may ask yourself, what's the difference with Stadia? So we're all part of the same big team, but we are doing very different things. You can think about Stadia as a platform, and Stadia Games and Entertainment as the content arm of this platform. So to keep it simple, we are both a developer and a publisher. Developer because we have first-party studios, and we're making our own games. Nothing to announce yet, but we are also a publisher, which is also known in the industry as second party. And we have already released 2 games that you may have heard about, Guilt, done by our friends at Tequila Works, and more recently, Orc Must Die Free by Robot and Entertainment. There are more games that we have announced. We are about to release very soon Outcasters, made by our friends at Splash Damage, and we also have announced partnership with studios such as Uppercut Games, Supermassive. You may know them for Until Dawn on PlayStation, released a few years back, and also Harmonix, who is very famous, obviously, for a lot of music games and very famous games. We have many more games in development and many more partners, but there's nothing we can announce today. But you should expect us to grow as a publisher and have like a lot of games on a lot of genre with like a big budget game as well coming up. So Stadia Games and Entertainment, we are still a very young organization, but we are growing pretty fast. What you see on the map is not the Stadia organization, but really the Stadia Games and Entertainment organization. So we have people on our on the publishing side in Montreal here, Los Angeles as well. Montreal and Los Angeles are also the places where we have our first-party studio. But we also have part of our publishing organization in San Francisco, Mountain View, Munich, London, and last but not least, Tokyo. So we are expanding. Our goal is to become a first-class global publisher and be wherever developers are. So expect us to grow in the future. So we are a publisher, and this is obviously one way to get your game on the Stadia platform, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But I want to point out that this is not the only way to get your game on Stadia. If you already have a publisher, you can go the third-party route, So if you already have a publisher and you can just talk to them, they are most likely already in contact with the Stadia platform, and we can help you bring the game on our platform. We also have a program called Stadia Makers, and this is the next presentation after me. So I encourage you to look at this presentation as well. And last but not least, we have also second party, so Stadia Games Entertainment, which I represent. To put things in context, I said I was portfolio director for Stadia Games Entertainment. So my role is to work on first party and second party and help choose which game we should bring on the platform. And being second party, we obviously care also as well about bringing exclusive games. So as a publisher, what you can expect from us is help on funding, obviously. Research, we have great UXR and marketing team who can help make research on your game and help you better understand how to reach the players where they are and understand how to improve your games. Production, it's expected, but I also want to point out here that everybody in our publishing organization has worked on games and have experience shipping games of all size, from mobile games and free-to-play and massively with license, massively multiplayer games with license, big AAA. We have a treasure trove of knowledge internally that we can put at your disposal and help ship the best possible game. And obviously as well, QA, localization, marketing, and more. More here is really open-ended. The way you should interpret that is Google love innovation. We have so many great technology being developed within Google. Not necessarily always for games, by the way, but sometimes some of this technology can be used to improve games. And we also have SG&E, we also have our own R&D group working on some really cool tech. So I'm not going to expand on this today, but depending on what your game is about, there are cases where we can help you really push the boundaries of what's possible. And that's an exciting part of working with Google. So what do we care about? Great work relationship. This is key. Making games is hard. Making a good game is very, very hard. If you add COVID on top of that, I mean, like we understand the pain. And as a publisher, we want to really help you go through this. So having great work relationship is absolutely key. We trust your vision. We want to help you deliver it, and we want to help you succeed, right? And again, as a very still young organization, one thing we aspire to do is to grow together with you and ship a first game, have success, and keep going on and build a relationship over time. That's really who we want to be as a publisher and how we want to be known in the future. So what type of games we're looking for? So Stadia Games and Entertainment. I want to put the word entertainment in bold here just to make sure that everybody understands that, yes, obviously, we're all gamers and we are here to publish games, but not only. The entertainment here is represent our appetite for interactive entertainment in general. Having YouTube and trying to reach as many people as possible. We are interested if your game is atypical, right? So we're looking for all type of interactive experience, and you will see in the future actually us releasing some games that are already in development in this area. So we are interested in all type of genre and budget. It's really not something that is a big razor from $1 million to very big budget. We're interested in all type of games. So the big key takeaway for today is if you're excited about working with us, it doesn't matter what is type of genre and budget. We're interested to look at what you have, right? That's really who we are as a publisher. We're interested in all type of genre and budget. That being said, there's a few things that can that we are focusing on right now, and that's very timely right now. We are specifically looking for RPGs and games that ship in 2023 and beyond. That might not be true in a few months, so don't take this to heart. But if you do have an RPG, we are especially interested in looking at your pitch right now. Something as well to keep in mind, we are part of Google, and we have a very vast and rich ecosystem that we can leverage. And so obviously, I'm going to start with YouTube. We love YouTube. We have a great work relationship with YouTube creators, and if your game is highly watchable or highly playable, if your game is a game that help leverage player interaction, that's something we are especially interested in. We have a lot of things that we're working on in the future that's going to help improve all these things and the relationship between the audience and the gamers. Screen agnostic and control agnostic, this is something that we strongly believe in too. We believe that one of the big advantages of the cloud is being able to play anywhere on any device you already own, which means making your game as accessible as possible. Right. So, as an example, if your game is a game that can be played on every type of control, including touch, that's something we're gonna pay attention to because obviously we believe that's one of the big advantages of cloud again. SEF stands for exclusive feature here, Stadia exclusive feature. We have APIs that are being developed. You may have heard about crowd play or crowd choice. There's a few more that we're working on. These, if you want more information, you can look up online. We already have games that have this API, which help building player interaction with YouTube. And if you have games that are, again, that resonate very well with YouTube, that's where the SEF can help. Cloud native is a little bit harder to describe, but what you should keep in mind is really embracing the cloud. It means that taking advantage of everything we have in our data center. So your game does not run technically on a box, right? So if you have games where you can go massively multiplayer, or where you think you have a good game design that would take advantage of distributed physics, things that you would not be able to do on a traditional box, that is of particular interest for us. We are very interested in pushing innovation, as I said a few times already. So there's a few things here that would help if you have a design that actually leverages this type of things. So hopefully I convince you to talk to us and tell us more about your game. So how do you reach us? We have a wonderful business development team, but specifically for second party, I want to highlight Corinne here. You can, you have her email address now. She's waiting for your email. And we want to see, again, what you are cooking. We strongly believe, especially in the Montreal ecosystem, which is fantastic. But wherever you are, whatever your genre, whatever the budget, we're interested, we want to have a look at it. I hope I've convinced you that we are a great partner and we want to work with you. Thank you for attending this talk, and keep in mind there's more Stadia talk coming up, so pay attention to this as well. Thank you.